Okay, so we're gonna do more Yozora. Extend the duration of cuisine bonuses by 50%. I don't need that. Firaza. Ooh. It might actually be decent. Come back to it if it... Hearty meal. Stat bonuses by 20. No. Hearty meal. Firaza. Yeah, I think I'm okay with all of that. If it'll give me, if it'll give me Firaza, I'm like... Okay. Equipment... It's gonna be fucking ass. Mainly because I know what to do for everything that Yozora can throw at me, but... it's not necessarily fast enough.
You're done.
Ah,
your power is mine.
That'll work, right?
There. It's over. Heal. There. Now.
Back at you.
This'll do it.
Nice.
This'll do it. Nope. You are great. You are. Shall we?
Here we go.
No chance. There. Nope. There. No chance. Nope.
Go. See ya.
What a pain.
Yeah. Heal. There.
There.
It's over. Got him. Back off. Take this.
You
Back
are.
off.
Now. It's on. Got this. Gotcha. Got this. You lost. Got this. Gotcha.
God, kill me.
Nope. You thought you'd win?
Alright, he did make me use the Koopa at some point. Forgot about that.
Let's do this. No chance. There. Nope. There. Nope. No chance. There. You lost. Break.
Heal.
You're both fine guys in this spell. Nobody didn't care for us.
I don't think so. Got this. Your power is mine. You thought you'd win?
I kinda wanted him to kill me at that point.
Let's do this.
Nope. There.
No chance.
There. Nope.
No chance.
Go on!
I don't think so. You lost. Now.
Nice!
You lost.
Back at you!
You're done. Your power is
Alright,
mine.
There.
You thought you'd win?
Need to get into a groove.
Let's do this.
Now. There. There. Nope.
Got this. Your power is mine.
This'll do it.
Back at you!
Now.
Take this! Back at you! Take this!
Nice try.
Try this!
No chance.
Back at you!
Shall we?
There! It's over! Nice!
Got this.
Take this!
What a pain. No
Yeah, here we go!
There. Nope. There. Nope.
No chance.
There.
Heal! Got him!
Nope.
Go! Yeah, it's over! Fire! Yeah!
What a pain.
Yeah! There! So
This'll
long!
do it.
Let's go.
Back at you! So long!
Nice try.
Heal! Try this! Back off! Nice!
Come on.
There! It's over!
Oh,
It's over.
get up right there forever.
There.
Now.
Heal! Back at you!
This'll do it.
Got him!
This'll do it. This'll do it.
Heal! Here we go! Nice! As one! Here! Yes! Woo! Yes! Woo! Yes! Woo! Yes!
Ready for this?
Yes! There!
What?
So long!
What did you do? I want to fucking finish.
You thought you'd win?
Okay, first time I've made it there in a bit.
Let's do this.
There.
Let's go.
This'll do it.
No chance. You lost. Break. You lost. It's on. Nice try.
Heal!
Got this. You lost.
Back
What a
off!
pain.
Try this!
No chance.
There. Nope. There. Nope.
No chance.
No! Back off!
What a pain.
Heal! There!
Nope.
No chance.
So long!
You're done. Got this. You're done.
There.
Yeah!
Now.
Back at ya!
This'll do it. Nope.
Yeah. See ya.
I don't think so.
Here we go.
Coming out for Sunshine, 3D, 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy.
Now.
I'm confused as to why Galaxy 2 isn't included in it. But honestly,
Shall we?
I've been kind of waiting for this collection for
It's
at
over.
least a year. I have the original. I played Sunshine originally when it came out for the years ago, like almost 20 years ago. This one
Back at you. See ya.
basically,
Heal. There.
I basically played it a bit. We rented it. I can't remember where, but we rented it from a video game rental place, I think, or maybe it was Blockbuster, because that would have been the time that it was open. It was like 2004 or 5, I believe, maybe 6. Or probably 04 or 05. Got 15, 16 years ago.
Let's do this.
But, yeah, I never finished it. I got probably a quarter of the way through the game and then just stopped. Because at the time, I wasn't really into games like it to an extent. Also, they were maybe on the GBA, the collectathon platformers. I wasn't really into those.
Here we go.
You thought you'd win?
And, yeah. And Galaxy, I just didn't have, or no, I think we had it, but we didn't have it for long. And I got
Let's
a
do
used
this.
copy of that game through eBay. Same with Galaxy 2. I have those for the Wii U. I started playing Galaxy 1 through the Wii U. I might finish that in the Wii U collection. First Galaxy.
Here.
I know he had Super Paper Mario as well. I don't think I'm confusing it with that. My brother got it. I don't know how much they played, but I'm just surprised that we don't have Paper Mario, like the
Ready for this?
N64 game and the
Heal.
and the Wii game.
Let's go.
Coming to Switch as well.
This'll do it.
Back at you.
I don't think so.
Nice. Back at you. Here. Yes. Yes. Ready?
Got this. Got this. Got this. Break!
There! So long! Yeah!
Got this. You're done. Got this. There. There. Now. I don't think so.
Heal! Here we go! Nice!
Now.
Heal!
It's on.
There! It's over! Yeah!
Got this.
Yeah! Back off!
What a pain.
There!
Break.
Well, I think he did. Not in rage form.
Back at ya! Yeah! Yeah! See ya!
I don't think so.
There! So long! Yeah! 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 This'll do it! Yeah! Let's go! Right there!
Nice try. Now. Now. There. There. Shall we?
There! It's over!
I didn't know if that was gonna work. I thought that maybe
It's over!
he was gonna
Nice
do the last part of it.
Nice!
Got this.
Like, second
Gotcha.
arrow.
What a pain.
There!
Break.
Heal!
Nope.
Yeah! Get there! So
I
long!
messed up. I guess
We're not even a week
that
late.
my powers aren't needed
A
yet.
little bit over half a week.
What do you mean?
Oh. That actually wasn't that bad.
Never mind.
Weirdly enough, that bout was actually kind of easy after the DM finished.
Commander. Commander.
Impressive.
Looking
Is
number
it
7,
not?
I guess.
I've been having these weird thoughts lately.
Like, is any of this for real?
I think they
Or
imported
not?
this smoke directly from Kingdom Hearts 1.
None of this makes sense to me.
Yozora, Dylan Sprouse. Yep. Has anyone done, like, Oath to Return Kingdom Hearts? Has anyone done a direct comparison between the opening cutscene of Kingdom Hearts 1 and that? Yozora added to the data greeting. New location has been added to the data greeting. Premium menu has been unlocked. You can now use both easy codes and pro codes. See, this is the thing. Someone told me in one of, what is it? The Gamer Joints videos in the comments section, when he talked about IGN's review of this DLC, that, you can't use, or you can use the easy codes and pro codes, if you start a new game. I always thought it was after you did all the DLC shit, then you could use the easy codes and pro codes in New Game Plus. And you can only use it in New Game Plus, I believe, because you need to... If you pick up this game vanilla now, and you get the DLC with it, I don't believe you can use the easy codes and pro codes when you're starting a new save file. Just raw. And I don't believe that you can use it unless if it's New Game Plus. So, it says premium menu has been unlocked, you can use easy codes and pro codes. I don't think that you can use them until you defeat Yozora. Okay. So, yeah. This is something I don't usually show. Because it never comes up in the playthroughs. Falsus Rex. Oh, man. Oh, I like that both endings are here. The bad ending and the good ending. So, yeah. So for the stream, see you guys in the next one. Okay, so we're gonna do something real quick because got a half an hour left of recording time, and this is only gonna take a few minutes. I think this is the bad ending because it's the first cutscene to be here.
How could...
Sorry, but I don't lose. I will save you.
so Sora gets crystallized. And then Yozora falls asleep. His hair turns slightly darker. I don't know if it has to do with the shader or whatever that he's under, but his hair turns slightly darker. It's not as silver as it was before, it's more gray. And he wakes up in his car, being driven through a cityscape. Basically, Nomura just reused everything from one of the Versus 13 trailers for this. And there's no narration over it until this point.
I've been having these weird thoughts lately.
And
Like, is any of this for real? Or not?
None of this
it's,
makes sense to me.
it's, and then the narration goes, him, Sora, both them, and then him. In that version of the cutscene. It's really interesting the differences between the two cutscenes. The two versions of it. Because it's almost the same exact cutscene. So he's defeated. He starts fading away.
I guess that my powers aren't
Sparkles.
made yet.
What do you mean?
Never mind.
Commander! Impressive, is it not?
Yeah, he fades away. He wakes up in his world again.
I've been
having
He's
these
being driven by his
weird
driver.
thoughts lately.
And it starts out with
Like-
Sora saying it.
Is any of this for real?
He says it,
Or not?
and they say it.
None of this makes sense to me.
And Sora says the final line instead. And what I think is happening there is, if we look at this through the perspective of Dream Drop Distance, which it seems the story of whatever the next Kingdom Hearts game to feature Yozora and Sora together after Melody of Memory is looking to do, is it's looking to be, story-wise, it's looking to be a thing where, it's looking to be a thing where, I think both endings are going to be true at the same time, but for different reasons. And I think if they're in the afterlife or purgatory or whatever, because I think they say that's the world in between, or the final world. It's the final world, but I think it's more of a world in between, like life and death. 'Cause that's kind of but I'm not really too sure. Basically, what I think they're gonna do is both Sora and Yozora are gonna be on like a quest, looking for each other and looking for ways back home. Although Yozora technically is already home, so I don't know what Nomura is planning exactly on doing. I think it involves that. I think it's gonna involve something like that. And I don't think I'm wrong in that assumption. But granted, there could also be a lot of different factors and everything that go into it, you know? And yeah, I was able to defeat him in less than 20 minutes this time. Or less than 30, sorry. It's actually kind of good that, his DM started because it didn't throw off my movements too much when it came to dodging his attacks and everything. But yeah, I think the next full-blown Kingdom Hearts game after Melody of Memory, or one of the few, because they have like at least 3 or 4 games in development, including that game that I'm talking about now. I think what they're going to do is have both Yozora and Sora in 2 different versions of the world, or the final world, maybe looking for each other. They're gonna have Riku and Kairi still looking for Sora. And we might begin the next Kingdom Hearts game in Verum Rex's world. Or it'll partly take place there. Verum Rex is probably gonna be mostly what Versus 13 was going to be. That just seems to be the pattern with Yozora and everything. They're gonna have their own combat system similar to 15, but improved through Nomura's direction and everything, rather than Hajime Tabata's. And then a lot of it's going to be just very interesting for the world building, the lore, and everything, especially if it is Versus 13, basically, where it's connected to the worlds of Final Fantasy 13 and its sequels. Just going with a bit edgier, a bit darker, with Nomura's original vision intact for Versus 13. I think it's going to be very interesting how they influence those things into the next Kingdom Hearts game. And I think it's mostly good that they are going to do this, because you guys know me. I didn't hate Final Fantasy 15. More so, I actually kind of liked it. I really liked it. It has structural problems and pacing problems and plot problems. But I didn't think the game was necessarily wholly bad. It just had some bad elements and a lot of disconnected elements, because it wanted to be several different things at once. And it tried to do that, and it didn't work, because the things that it was trying to be were very disparate and very different from what it wanted to do. And I think that mostly has to do with the pacing of everything. But if we can get Versus 13, basically, like the original plot that Nomura had envisioned, and structure and scope and everything, rebooted into Kingdom Hearts, that would be very interesting. I don't know what necessarily is going to be the next step for Kingdom Hearts, outside of that. Melody of Memory, I'm going to get, by the way. I'm going to do a playthrough of it. I don't necessarily know how many songs are copyrighted besides the opening and ending songs of these games. So, yeah, and there's a YouTube channel that does remixes of all of the Kingdom Hearts songs that, fucking has YouTube system copyright claim. Pretty much every Kingdom Hearts video that has the original versions of those songs, or technically the versions that were re-recorded for the PS3 versions, that were then used in the PS4 and Xbox One versions of the games. Which is just like, bud, stop it. Stop doing that. But yeah, usually you just gotta send a counter claim and they'll release it, or they'll let it sit until it's completely released. But yeah, I do think that it's gonna be very interesting for how Kingdom Hearts is going to be in the future. I'm all here for the bullshit insanity at this point. You don't get through fucking Dream Drop Distance, or Chain of Memories, or Recoded, or hell, even the plot of Kingdom Hearts 2 and 3, or even 358 Days without growing to love the bullshit's insanity. But yeah. So, announcements for future playthroughs. I'm gonna get back to Bully. I'm gonna get back to Final Fantasy VII Remake. I'm gonna get back to Hitman 2. Then, when it comes out, I'm gonna play through... When the 3D collection comes out for Super Mario, I'm going to play through Sunshine, and I'm gonna play through that version of Galaxy. I don't necessarily know when I'll get to Super Mario 64. Because if I know Nintendo, they won't really change much in terms of the controls and everything. It'll still be like it was on the N64, just remapped to Joy-Cons or GameCube controller or Pro controller. Which, actually, I just thought of this. Super Mario Sunshine, they're just going to port the GameCube controls. That's going to be really cool. Then I can just play with a GameCube controller. That's going to be really cool. Yeah. So I'm going to finally finish that, like I should have 15, 16 years ago. Just in my free time. But this time, the game's going to be in widescreen, it's going to be in 60 frames, although I think the original GameCube game was in 60 frames, but I don't know if my TV at the time could do 60 frames. But, it's going to be in 60 frames, it's going to look really good with the HD upgrade and everything, and I can't wait to see it. I've been wanting to replay Sunshine for a long time, but GameCube versions of the game are expensive, and then on top of that, I don't even know if we still have our Wii, so, yeah. I really want Nintendo to do more GameCube ports. Like, there were a lot of great games on the GameCube, and I would love if they could port at least the first-party ones, because a lot of the third-party ones did get HD re-releases on PS4, Xbox One, I think Switch, and PC, so, yeah. One game I hope that they do is Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes. Like, I hope they make a deal with Konami, and then have the development studio do a remaster of that game into HD, because Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 are on PS3 and Xbox 360, and you can play 2 and 3 and Peace Walker through Xbox One backwards compatibility, and then Metal Gear Solid 4 should be ported off the PS3. I'm sorry, it should. It should be on PS4, Xbox One, and PC, at this point. I don't understand why Konami hasn't taken that next step. And on top of that, they originally were looking at doing Metal Gear Solid 4 onto the game, or onto the 360, but they didn't want to. Kojima didn't want to do a game that has multiple discs because of how big the game was, because it was on a Blu-ray disc. So I would love if they could do Metal Gear Solid 4 to PS4 or PS5, Xbox, more so Series X, and PC. Although I imagine they would also port it to PS4 and Xbox One until the Series X and PS5 become the norm. A few years into their run. So, yeah. And even then, they're going to be backwards compatible with the PS5 and Xbox Series X anyways, so I don't know. But, yeah, I don't think that Konami's going to do smart delivery. I don't think they're going to do that. They're way too greedy. But yeah, and then Metal Gear Solid 5's on PS4, Xbox One, and PC, so I want all of the games to be on I want all of the games to be available on every system, and a consistent release of the systems, you know? I would love if Twin Snakes could come to the Switch, could come to the Xbox One or Series X, and PS4 or 5 and PC. It should at this point. I don't understand why it hasn't. I doubt that the deal with Nintendo to have it be an exclusive didn't run off already. If you look at the deal they made with Capcom for them to remake a lot of the older, or a few of the older Resident Evil games, and then make a few more for the GameCube before they were ported to the PS2, then the PS3 and 360, and then the Xbox One and PS4 and PC. I just really doubt that they had that exclusivity deal for long. Capcom just made the games available on the other systems as early as they could, you know. But yeah, and then there are just a lot of other first-party games or exclusive games for the GameCube that came out. Like, I would love to play the first 2 Pikmin games, and I know that they were re-released for the GameCube, but I don't want to buy them for the Wii, or re-released for the Wii. I don't want to buy them for the Wii. Especially since Pikmin 3 is being re-released on the Switch. I would love to have HD ports of those on the Switch. But yeah, like, HD ports and re-releases, I would love to have those. I'm not actually against HD re-releases. Nintendo, I know, doesn't necessarily like to focus on the past unless if it's like an anniversary event or something. Or if it's a cross-gen game or cross-console game. Like Breath of the Wild came out for Wii U because it was originally developed for it and the Switch at the same time. But same with that was the same with Twilight Princess. It was on GameCube and Wii because Nintendo wanted a launch title for the Wii with the Zelda brand. So they just looked at, oh, we're making this game for the Wii or GameCube. Let's put it on the Wii. But yeah. And also can't wait for next year for the whatever they're gonna do for the Legend of Zelda games. If this year's Super Mario 3D re-releases and even the original Super Mario Bros. Re-releases are any indication, Zelda fans are going to have a really good time next year. So yeah, I really do wish that the collections were announced maybe a month or 2 ago, but realistically, 2 weeks before the 3D collection is supposed to come out for the Switch, and then the 3D World port comes out in February, I believe. I don't think that should be $60. I hate that they do that. That's why I'm only going to be buying the triple pack of those games. It's just, to me, it just seems like that. It would be the best thing to do. But yeah, that's enough of me rambling and extending game time or video time. Yeah, thank you guys for the incredible, or for the journey through Kingdom Hearts 3 and its DLC. I'm also, when the Xbox Series X and PS5 come out, gonna do a replay through of this entire game, where I do, on PS5, I'm gonna do another Proud Mode run, New Game Plus with some easy codes and pro codes, or I might actually do critical mode with some of the easy codes turned on, like regen health and shit like that. Maybe not one hit kill, maybe for some of the shittier enemies, but not gonna do that for the entire game, just regen health. That would be great. And then also, replay through at least part of the DLC, at least the Remind segment. And then for the Xbox Series X, or the Xbox One port of this game, I'm going to do a crit mode run. Hopefully they do have the easy codes and pro codes, where you don't have to defeat the DLC or play the DLC to get them. But yeah, crit mode run, New Game Plus for that. And that's gonna go on my main channel. The PS4 version is gonna be on this channel. And yeah, because I genuinely don't want to have to fight the organization and Yozora again, especially on crit. But yeah, fairly. Do it fairly. But yeah. Just to see how much better the graphics are, how much better the frame rates are. Then I'm also going to do that with Final Fantasy 15. Maybe I'll try out a level or two in Hitman 2 to see. I think a few other games as well. Spider-Man PS4, definitely. And yeah. And pay attention to my Twitch channel. I'm going to start streaming Spider-Man PS4 at the very least a couple times before PS5 comes out and before the Miles Morales game comes out. That's going to be fun. Where I do special certain suit playthroughs like I've been doing. I need to finish the DLC for the Mark 1 suit. But yeah, just tune in for that on my Twitch channel. Twitch link is in the description. So yeah. If you're watching this at some point in the future where this is now not valid, still follow me on Twitch and Twitter and wherever else I have linked in the description. So yeah. So not much else to say. Links in the description on my shit. Subscribe if you want. I'll see you guys in the next one.